And the receivers to Mrs. Doc. That's how she would like to be known. She gets the smart speaker. Thank you, Mrs. Doc. The people's verdict will be due very shortly. Today's confession goes like this. Father Simon, confess. I am seeking forgiveness. 12 years ago, I'll make the rest slightly clearer.
Yes, good.
12 years ago, my husband, Mr. Doc, needed to go away for the night for his work. He took the very same handheld bag that we always took on holiday with us to use as our carry-on luggage to pack a few essentials for his night away. When he returned, being the loving wife that I am, I emptied the bag for him to look for anything that needed washing. As I emptied the bag, I pulled out what I can only describe as a slinky, silky black stocking.
Oh, hello.
Quite sheer. Which did not belong to me, I have to say. I instantly called Mr. Doc, who was at work, and I hurled a job load of abuse at him down the phone.
I'm not surprised.
Anyway, he said he couldn't really deal with it, being at work, and it wasn't the best time to talk about such things. Very convenient, don't you think? Oh, I can't talk now, I'm feeling guilty as charged. That's my interpretation.
Yep.
Pathetic. He, of course, denied any knowledge of the mysterious stocking and claimed he was innocent of all things that he was being accused of by me at full volume. He'd had one drink in the bar, and that was with Toby from HR. Ha! Classic lie.
Yeah, just classic, that one.
Toby's are never in HR. Toby's are part of management. We all know that.
Yeah.
Enraged at my findings and his outright denial, despite the evidence in my hand, I hung up the phone and didn't quite know what to do next. I thought I might find more evidence of his betrayal in the bag, so I continued to empty it to see if there was anything else. Lipstick stains, the smell of perfume, the standard signs of a cheat. As I emptied the bag, I came across the other slinky, silky stocking. I thought to myself, well, I get that one could end up in the bag by mistake, but both of them? All sorts of things went through my mind, including whether the woman he was with planned for him to be found out by putting both stockings in the bag. What kind of a hussy would do that? What kind of a man would be attracted to a woman like that?
Yes.
Had some of his clothing found its way into her bag? Were they souvenirs of their love tryst?
Maybe.
I like the word tryst. I was revolted, of course, and I rang him and told him so.
Again.
Oh, wow.
As I then examined the pair of stockings a little bit further, for some reason, I put my hand into the stocking and thought to myself, they feel quite small and tight for stockings. Maybe this woman was petite, more petite than me, maybe. And then the hot heat of humiliation ran over me as realization dawned that they were my flight socks. Little bit of DVT.
Right. Okay.
It was the hold-all that we always used to take on a flight. I just kept them in the bag, but I'd completely forgotten about them. I didn't recognise them. I thought they were slinky, silky stockings. But then here's the thing. I couldn't, says Mrs. Doc, I couldn't find the heart to call Mr. Doc back and apologise for accusing him of having an affair with someone, maybe Toby from HR. I was far too mortified by my own behaviour, especially after some of the colourful language and name-calling that I'd done just a few moments ago. So consequently, I did nothing. I spent the afternoon worried about what I was going to say to him when he came home, and I ignored his several attempts to call me until I knew what I was going to say. When he did come home, he was very flustered, almost to the point of tears, from him maintaining his innocence. Of course, the right thing to do was to fess up and admit that I'd made a terrible mistake in my accusations, but I was far too cowardly for that. Instead, I just looked at him with a disappointed look and said, well, it's okay if you say you didn't do anything.
Oh, brilliant.
Just this once, I believe you.
Yeah.
So this is the time to fess up. Mr. Doc, I knew it wasn't you. It was me and my veins. Sorry for doubting.
Me and my veins. Classic.
I'm sorry for doubting your loyalty and fidelity to me. I will never doubt you ever again. That's the message from Mrs. Doc, who I think this is the very definition of jumping to conclusions.
Yes.
Sister Susie from the pub.
Oh, that's really tickled me. Me and my veins.
Me and my veins.
Mrs. Doc, well, you know what? I feel like why were you emptying his bag? He could have done his own washing, couldn't he? Could have sorted it all out.
Could have
Yeah.
done.
Wouldn't have
Give
ended
him a
up-
It's almost
chance.
like it's his fault.
It's
yeah.
almost like it's wouldn't have got in that mess then. You wouldn't have jumped to conclusions. What makes me like, aren't they really, really small though, the flight socks? Like, stretchy, really.
A little too fabulous for me, Suze. Never tried them.
I feel like you've
No
jumped to
thanks.
conclusions. However, you have made me giggle, so on that reason I will forgive you. And the fact that you just didn't say anything, you didn't admit to it, you didn't say, oh, I'm really sorry, I made a mistake. You just didn't say anything, so I'm going to forgive you.
Brother Matthew from the gutter.
As Suze rightly points out, you should be doing your own laundry, Mr. Doc. Yeah, wouldn't have got yourself in that if you knew how to use the washing machine. Also, flight socks, nobody, I mean, I don't understand how it works. Are you supposed to change into them before you get on the flight? Whoever takes their shoes off on a plane, you'd better not be doing it on my row. Just saying, not going to end well. I mean, do you change in the toilets? I don't know how that works. Anyway, that doesn't matter because what has happened here is that Mr. Doc didn't do his own laundry and therefore Mrs. Doc is forgiven.